Hey guys, welcome back inside the State Champs Sports Network studios. Of course, it's time for another update in the Hungry Howie's Mr. Football Race 2019, and this thing is rapidly evaporating because we're coming down towards the wire. Sean Belizean is here. What we wanted to do today are a couple of things. Number one, kind of give you a timeline as to where we are in terms of the voting, when it's going to end, when we're going to choose our Final Four, all of that business real quick. And then Sean is going to have a little fun with the fact that we are going to talk about some guys who still could possibly make their way into the race. So that's kind of the outline for what we're getting done today. First off, Sean, how are you?
Excellent. Hey, you know what? It was fun to have some of these conversations. We all got online and we're sending emails to each other, throwing some names out there. So we got some big names out there that still, as you mentioned, might be able to punch their way into our finalist list.
Absolutely. We're all about recognizing guys who are having fantastic seasons. So here's the deal with the way that things are going to work as far as the timeline of events here for Mr. Football 2019. We are going to lock our top 10, meaning nobody else is going to be allowed to come in or fall out, and that will be on around Monday, November 4th. So that's right after the first weekend of district play, and that's generally when we do it here at State Champs. We are going to let the fans vote through the regionals. So the fans will be able to vote for the regionals, all those guys, then we'll kind of lock that down and we will have our people's champ, and that person will automatically be in the Final Four. We'll then announce our Final Four around Thursday, November 21st, which is right before the state semifinals, and then we'll choose our champ on that Monday or Tuesday right after the state finals. So that's how it's going to go. Again, a couple of more weeks for players to perhaps play their way in. Sean, who are some of the guys who are having really, really good seasons that you never know could play their way in?
Well,
show them some love.
We got 5 people in our little email group, right? And we were throwing names out there. So what we did is we added 8 names that still have a chance, as you mentioned, Lauren, still have a chance to punch their way in. Let's start with Schoolcraft. Coby Clark. This guy, athlete is a term that can be used. How about this? 1,068 yards, 27 scores on the ground, 13 receptions, 281 yards, 4 scores through the air, 2 kickoffs returned for touchdowns. Not enough? Well, there is more. How about a sack, 2 interceptions, one of them going back for a pick 6. This guy has been phenomenal for an Eagles team that is off to a 7-0 start. How about Jake Kelbert from Franklin? It seems like he's been there forever. Franklin doing a great job, oh, by the way, under Coach Kelbert. They are off to another fantastic start, 6-1 on an offense that's averaging about 45 points a game. The Patriots are really flying high. Yeah. Myron Harris from Chippewa Valley. What more needs to be said about Chip Valley? They're off to a 7-0 start. A big reason for that has been Myron Harris, who has racked up over 1,000 yards and 14 scores already on the ground this season. C.J. Harris, a quarterback out of West Bloomfield. You know the work the Lakers have been doing. They continue to do it. They are 6-1, 6'4", 210 pounds. He's a weapon that can hurt you in a myriad of ways. One of many weapons for the Lakers, I might add. Tyler Amos is a running back from Portage Northern. Huskies are off to a 6-1 start. This guy has been running wild. Just last week, check out these numbers. 226 yards, 4 scores. He only had 14 carries. I mean, that's insane, but you're seeing a lot of that around the state right now, and we certainly want to show some love. Tyson Davis is an athlete out of Goodrich. This is a guy, we've said this before, doing a little bit of everything. Rushing, receiving, defense. The Martians, yes, the Martians, are off to a 6-1 start on the year. Big reason for their success is Tyson Davis. Avery Moore from New Lothrop. This is a kid, I think everybody knows what they did. That very memorable, highest scoring game ever, Division 7 final last year. They're off to another great start, 7-0 in their quest to repeat. Moore returned to action last week. He missed week 6 with a hand injury. Check this out. 210 yards, 4 scores on only 7 of 10 passing. So this is a kid that is, simply put, electric. And how about Colin Parachek from Dexter? The Dreadnoughts are 6-1. They've ripped off 6 straight wins while averaging almost 55 points per contest during that streak. They've clinched a playoff berth for a second straight year, and Colin has led the way with 23 touchdown passes. This offense is flying. Good times in Dexter.
No doubt about it. I want to throw even one more out there, and that is Devante Twyman, who is the senior running back from Oak Park. Yep. I think he's leading the OAA in rushing right now, who is another guy just throwing up great numbers. And again, this is how difficult this job is. And again, we want to recognize the guys out there who are making incredible contributions. You never know, one of these guys or several of these guys might make their way into the final top 10. We still have a couple of weeks before we decide that. So again, we're having a lot of fun. We hope you're going online. We hope that you are voting. It's important. Go to statechampsnetwork.com. Keep your guy in the race, or he may not be in the race. But otherwise, you've heard the timeline. This is how it goes, and we're going to talk again next week.
Money time this time of year. Can't wait for it.